we're having a little problem with the throne link working today. So that's going to be fun. So hello, I'm Shiro. For those of you who don't know, I'm a comic artist. What I usually do during the Sunday Bootleg cookie stream is at first I will talk a little bit about what I did artistically this past week. And then we will move on to drawing my weekly webcomic Bootleg cookie. The reason I'm doing this live is to actually force myself to stick to some sort of schedule. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm struggling with keeping eye contact with the camera. I have ADHD, I do that. So, we're just gonna start really chill. Mostly because it's very hot today, but I couldn't be arsed to drag my fan back in here, so. Not sponsored, but if you guys want to sponsor me, go right ahead. Don't be shy. I have been. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my washer is a little unbalanced right now. It's trying to wash a comforter for topics. So, it's kind of banging around a little bit. It'll settle eventually. So, I have been working very slowly, actually, on practicing gold leaf. So I will just call it leaf because I'm using several colors, and some of you are pedantic. And I have recently received, not released, but received an actual gold leaf gilding kit. Gilding adhesive set. Adhesive. It's easier in French. Set. Oh, the sheets are dry. It has 100 pieces of gold foil. I didn't actually take a look at the gold foil in here. So I'm assuming, I see the letter B here, so it's probably B gold, so I'm assuming it's fake gold like my pile that I showed you guys a while back. Well, while we're here, let's take a look-see. I can tell you right away, the wrapping is already more solid than... Come on. Every day I'm struggling. Can't open my package. There's too much glue on this plastic, but I'll get it out. I always get my way. See, told ya. Now let me take a look-see real quick. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Yeah. But it's real pretty though. It's the same fake stuff. And I see the letter B, so I'm going to put it with the B gold that I have in my pile back there. Kit also comes with 2 brushes because it comes with 2 different products, and these are cheap as fuck. Like they see, they weigh nothing. This one, it's got some bristles glued to the ferrule instead of inside. And that's the one I used to brush off the silver on the piece I'm going to show in a couple minutes. And like, there's still a lot of little sparkles. I did my best to clean it with my homemade slime. I'm really bad at making slime, but this one actually does what I want it to do, and that is pick up the shit off of my desk. Gilding adhesive. The fuck do you pronounce this in English? There it is. This stuff, okay? Very watery, but that's what you want because you only want a thin coat. And it stinks to high heavens. It smells like if Mod Podge caught you sleeping with its sister. And it's mad at you. That's how strong it smells. And it also comes with a varnish. Air dry the applied gold leaf surface for 24 hours. Apply the varnish evenly with a brush to the dry gold leaf surface and wait for it to cure. I did not try the varnish yet. I probably can now. The piece has been dry forever. I'm just opening it now to see if it stinks as bad as its sister. I have tons of professional blades, but it's always good to have a utility blade from the dollar store for when your bottles don't want to open. Now, if I could take this off without stabbing myself in the face or spilling the entirety of it on my desk. I just want to know if it smells as bad as the glue. Okay, it smells as bad as the glue, but it's not as strong. The glue is like really strong. It looks like 1% milk, honestly, in there. It's very liquidy, very white, cloudy. Keep your tasteless jokes to yourselves. This is an art channel. I'm just gonna put the brushes in here. I'm just never gonna put the gold in there again because I do not want to put loose gold leaf on its side. That is just asking for trouble. Blade clean. I think there's some leftover glue from last time. I don't care, it's dollar store blade. That's why I use the dollar store blade. I don't want to use my good screen tone blade for that. Enough dilly-dallying. Here's what I did with the actual glue. Now the instruction says to wait 30 minutes for the glue to get tacky properly. Something that none of the tutorials that I've watched specified, because they all say, oh, you gotta wait until it's tacky. You gotta wait until it's tacky. With the other glues I tried, I waited until it was tacky and it disintegrated the leaf. It was not tacky enough. This one gives me an actual number, so I waited the entire, like, even if it was just this big of a surface, because that kit implies that you're going to use it on furniture. So I waited the entire 30 minutes. It was really lightly tacky. And then I put the silver leaf. And I waited an hour. The kit suggests waiting an entire 24 hours. But I was thinking, if it fails after an hour, I'm just going to try again. Try again in 2 hours. Leave it 2 hours to dry. Look at this. Look at this, if you can. Now, it doesn't look like much, but it is much better and crisper than my last attempt at gold leafing, which I do not have close on hand. It's behind me. But look at the mirror shine on it. Now, I'm thinking, because I know all the creases and lines are actually marks from where I applied the glue and it got streaky. So I'm thinking next time I'm going to mask the areas I don't want glue on. I am going to apply an even coating of glue with a cheap foam brush. And then immediately remove the masking. Wait the 30 minutes for it to get tacky, and then apply the leaf and then see what happens to the texture. But we are really, really close. Look how crisp those outlines are. There was a little bit of fudging at the tip of this metal slime, but I actually managed to scrape it off with my actual good blade. But like, can you blame me for constantly trying to get this thing to work? Look Look at the results. Look how freaking bright and shiny this gets in the right angle. Look at that. Metal slime used blind. It worked. And to think I have several colors. Now, of course, when I'm proud of something, I don't care that I am nearly 42. We are now in September. It is my birth month. You may address to me as Your Majesty, Your Highness, my liege. You know, the usual. I went upstairs to show this to my parents. And like I said, I don't care that I'm nearly 42. If I'm proud of something, I'm going to show my parents. I'm proud of my parents. My parents should be proud of me. That's how it works. First thing my dad said when he saw this, could make a nice Christmas card. And I was like, yeah, actually you have colors to make great Christmas cards. So if any of you guys have any suggestions for Christmas designs, I'll think about it. But of course, oh, I got silver stuff everywhere now from wiggling that thing all over because it's not varnished yet. Because if I'm gonna varnish one, it's gonna be the one where I actually figure out how to apply the glue all nice and even and juste parfait. So of course that's what I'm talking about in my newsletter this month. Well, I'm obsessed. I'm going to get that to work. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just gonna grab my newsletter link real quick, drop it in the chat. So if you guys want to subscribe to my newsletter, it's only once a month. I don't even, like, you guys subscribe to a newsletter. I'm not going to post extra ads during the month. I am thinking about it, but you would need to give consent. I'm not going to force you to check the ads. Also, because my throne link is acting up right now. Here you go, this is the current throne item. That would be down here if it would load, but it's not loading right now. It's basically a white and pink Staedtler PVC-free eraser with holder, Sakura, because I like pink, and I do need an eraser holder. Because I've been keeping my erasers for so long, the little cardboard holder, the glue on it just ages out, and then I'm trying to hold the eraser and it just wiggles around, so I need something solid to hold on to while I erase. I don't know if you guys remember, but I'm very, very heavy-handed when I'm working. Which is why I have a screen protector. Which is why I force myself to learn to ink. Come on. I'm losing my momentum here. Oh, bad at multiplayers. Hello. There we go. Which is why I taught myself to ink with a brush like this. So I would stop pushing on my pens. And yeah, you just saw me stick a brush in my mouth. I am going to leave such a colorful and questionable corpse you would not believe. How you doing, Badat? just finished talking about... Oh, is that a stain? That is a stain. How did you get there? Oh, well. But I got this mat off of AliExpress. I'm not going to cry over it. I was just finished talking about my latest attempt at gilding and how way better it is. Because it's got crisp outlines. I cannot speak today. I've been busy these last couple of weeks. With art? Hey, I can always wish. It's my birthday. Well, it's my birthday. It's my birth month. My birthday is on the 26th. I am going to be 42. I will be the answer to everything in the universe. As if I'm not already. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of scooting so we can get to the main attraction. Boot, scoot, and bookie. We got a couple things in the way. I still got my brush rinser out. I usually put it away when I'm done with it. But of course I didn't put it away right away when I was done. Good afternoon, Shiro. Hope you're well. Hi, Paul. With work rather than art. I really want to get back into drawing. Just too tired, though. No, I get that. Doink. Sorry about the chat suddenly turning black. I missed the gigantic big webcam button on my phone. Because like you finish work and then you're too tired to draw. And then you're thinking, well, I'm going to have a day off. And then you have all your chores scheduled for the day off. The way I see it, a lot of chores can be automated. Like I'm doing laundry right now. While the machines are working, I can do whatever I want, so I usually try and sneak in something artistic. It's struggling to load. I just want the eraser holder this time around. But I did manage to start something yesterday, so that's a start. Ooh! And you're gonna leave us on that. You're gonna... I started something, I'm not gonna say what! I'm gonna tell the incredibly curious and art-centered freak that I started on something, but I'm not gonna say what. You tease. Speaking of tease, on va se mettre au gros jambon. Well, I can tell you if you'd like. I would like that, but only if you want to. Like I said earlier, I'm not the... I don't want to force anybody because sometimes people want to keep it secret until they're done. Or, you know. I just really like art. And I love when fans are artists too. And they want to share. Exactly. I should probably put that on do not... Put my phone on do not disturb because I keep getting Exitter notification. It's covering some of my tools. Just a wolf girl in apocalypse setting. Well, a furry, to be precise. Furries on my channel? Sure! Oh my god, you guys. Speaking of furries, I had a dream this morning. Now, I have no idea where it came from. Let me just check one name real quick, okay? Oh my god, it was the right name. So, like, for the entire dream, for some reason, I was absolutely obsessed with making a Chun-Li cosplay. It's related, just give me a couple minutes. And like, I was running around, getting it together, putting some gold appliques on it, making sure it fed, the whole thing. Then out of nowhere, somehow, for some reason, it was related to getting materials for the Chun-Li cosplay. I ended up in this stripper club, and all the dancers were furries in furry costumes, but specifically one was dressed in a furry version of Jacob from Under the Umbrella Tree. And I remember in the dream just... Why? Of all the characters. Then again, no one in the furry community, yeah. I haven't even thought about Under the Umbrella 3 in like years. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna open... Now, for those of you who are not familiar... with Jacob from Under the Umbrella Tree. There he is. I don't even know what to say. You don't know what to say! I was confused in the dream and I was confused when I wake up. Why would I dream of a furry stripper club and specifically the main dancer being Jacob? Not gonna lie though, whoever was under that Jacob suit, great moves. Oh, I made myself cry. I'm laughing too hard. I mean, that's new to me. Usually, my dreams are like very concerning. This is differently concerning. Oh my god, why? I don't know! Wasn't even related to the beginning of the dream. I was just making a Chun-Li cosplay. I don't know. Did I needed the boots from the stripper club? I don't know. Oh, seriously, I made myself cry laughing too hard. Oh my god. Well, I'm guessing it could have been worse. Well, there's a cosplay gentleman club in Germany my cousin went to once. I mean, they were loud. Not that there's anything wrong with it, with furry clubs. That is not my point. I'm gonna tell you one thing though. If I'm going to start having Muppet dreams, I'm going to be changing the relaxing sounds I play to help me sleep at night. Magical Forest? Not playing that again. Next thing you know, I'm going to be dreaming about Skeksis and just strip clubs. Hey, je coule du nez tellement je ris. I haven't questioned my dreams in a long time anyways. Usually my dreams involve a lot of blood and death. To a point that the night before I dreamt I was being attacked by Freddy Krueger and I annoyed the man to death. Because I was like, oh no, somebody else is trying to kill me in my sleep. What are the odds? Like he leaned over a window to try and slash at me and I was like, oh no. And I took one step back to be just out of his reach. Somebody wants to kill me. Surprise, surprise. I think he just left disgusted. Badass true apathy. That's what happened. Honestly, I think my only problem with furry clubs is if they don't have good AC. Because that can be comfortable for them. Look, fursuits are hot, okay? I've seen the constructions of a lot of fursuits. Like, I've seen models where they had fans directly in the snout and stuff like that. These ones are hot. Like when you see them going like $1,000, $2,000, $20,000, there's a reason for that. Machinery is involved. It takes a lot of work and skill. So yeah, you were saying furry girl in the post-apocalyptic world. Which, again, we are not judging. I've drawn way worse that I can't post on YouTube because YouTube gonna be mad and they're gonna ban me and then they're gonna... yeah. Knock on wood, I didn't have anybody try to copyright claim me on my music again. Lately. The one that had copyright claim me 3 times on the same video, gone. As someone who wears one on occasions, I would know. Please tell me it's well ventilated for your health. That's all I'm asking. There should be like a poster at furry cons. If you're hot, they're hot. Let them air out for 10 minutes. And then it's just a corner of just furry people with their heads off, but with a little drape, so they don't break the magic, you know? A watering station. And no, I'm not gonna say bowls. Trust me, I don't care if people think I'm weird. But no, weird is good. You're having fun? You're not hurting anybody? That's all that matters. for those of you who are gonna complain in the comments, furries and zoophiles, 2 different things. Also, the drawing, I'm almost done. She's a cute pink, but awesome looking. Well, you won me over, buddy. Cute and pink. You know what I like. Pink everywhere. Well, I'm gonna grab my brush rinser. My brush rinser is also pink, but it's also full of water, and we're not gonna do that. My Cricut's pink. My water thingy's pink. My 3D printed holder for my my tab mate is pink. Oh right, the silicone cover for my mouse is pink. I like pink. I mean, I have a Discord, and one of the channels is for fans to post their art, and it is not necessary to be fan art. So I mean, you know, if you want, post there so I can see it. Because most social medias are kind of shit at showing me the art of people I follow. Anyway. Let's get back to it. I'm gonna draw a little happy tree here! Oh, itchy eye, itchy eye. Itchy eye, oh. Like a lot of my stuff is like light pink, but that's only because that's all I have access to. I would like some brighter pink, but that's more rare because people who like pink are delicate and shit like that. Yeah, I don't have a Discord tool, do I? Hang on. Let me see if I can. Because I'm not real good at Discord. Alright, try this. Of course, not because I'm not real good at Discord means I can't learn to ban people who misbehave. That's not really for you. That's for the people that are the reasons why the live streams are so regulated and tightly ruled and 18 plus and stuff like that. It's not just to avoid kids, it's mostly to avoid bots and scammers and people that try to get me to do the invisible salt shaker trick, thinking I don't know what it is. Put that back down to 9, please. Thank you. like since the first episode of this saga, people have been speculating on who called 911 on my house. And I've been answering each and every time. You guys are gonna hate this. I am revealing in this specific episode what called 911. And it's going to be so anticlimactic. You know, I have Nate Pico's lettering book I should really get to actually reading it. I think I read like 15 pages, and then I got distracted. Speaking of comics, there's still a couple pages coming out. But as far as the work on the pages go, I am only down to 2 pages left to draw for the fun and dysfunctional. For those of you that have been reading it, I hope you're enjoying it. If you got critiques, keep them for yourself. I have been getting comments, like on Global Comics, all the same person really, but still, like they really like how close it looks to the original Super Mario Brothers Adventures. You'll notice I am not, there you go, holding her tight, because thankfully she successfully seduced Tiff. And he was like, and I was like, she doesn't bite, but she jumps and she licks. And he was like, oh, I've seen bigger dogs. And then he started petting her, and I was like, yes. I am less in trouble for the nothing I did. And there it is. The actual culprit. Of course, Orville the house ghost. For those who don't, or are not familiar, who don't remember Orville, Orville is our house ghost. He's been pranking us for years now. And this was his worst prank. So he's been behaving since then. He hasn't started any of the Christmas animatronics this month. Well, this year, I should say. He's been behaving. Good. Because that was enough to get me to look on Amazon for Sage. Another one like that, and I'm getting a young priest and an old priest. It took me from I think the entire encounter lasted like 30 minutes tops. So it took me from 1:30 to 4 o'clock to fall back asleep just from the sheer adrenaline. Plus, not happy with that. We have officially reached 360 subscribers on the Tapas mirror for Bootleg Cookie, so that means on Tapas there will soon be a new Irritated Replayer. Irritated Replayer, which is my Bootleg Cookie-like comic, but based in various video games worlds. So there will be a new one, hopefully sometimes this week, if I'm not too busy. I'm gonna need some color reference. I love having easy access to the reference. That's very, very appreciated. anything that makes my art easier. I know that does not include AI image generation, because sure, it's easier, but it's not fun. I said it before and I'll say it again. I tried it because I wanted to see what the hype was all about, and I still don't know what the hype is all about because it's more trouble than it's worth. You have to be really good at prompting. Yeah, but what's fun with art is that you don't have to be really good at art to be good at art, you know what I mean? You just have to start. It's actually easier, whether you're good at art or not, it's actually easier to get what you're thinking of on paper than constantly rewriting the same or similar prompts over and over and over to get something that might be close to what you had in mind. Like, I remember I was trying one of those where you doodle on one side and then it tries to mimic what you're going for on the other type of AI image generation. And I remember just clicking regenerate, 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 and thinking this would be so much faster if I just drew it myself. Like, we're not even talking about the end results here. We've already talked about the end results everywhere on every social media, everywhere on YouTube. I'm just talking about the process. I hate the process. The process is boring. There is no challenge in the process. Yes, there's a challenge. You have to change the prompt. There is no challenge in the process. The difference between light pink and pink in your prompt is not a challenge. It's just thinking of other words. And this is coming from someone who read Le Petit Larousse from one end to the other in 1995. Maybe I should drag my fan in here. And to think I'm wearing my lightest shirt. You know what I learned recently? They are currently working on repairing the train tracks because they plan on bringing the train back where I live. This would be great. It would help me get back to traveling for conventions. Just going to see how it's gonna be and how much it's gonna cost, of course. Of course, the cheapest way is by bus, but bus is not really an option for me. Of course, we do have a local plane system that is willing to shuttle us like to Montreal or Quebec, but the cost is prohibitive. Because they make you pay, like, let's say that from Montreal to Timmins, a ticket back and forth is like maybe 600. Let's say 600. I want to say 800, but let's say 600. In order for me to get to Montreal or Quebec, they will literally charge the same price. But after that, so that would bring it up to 1200 for me. But after that, they claim that if you're a local, you can then fill up a form and they will reimburse a percentage of that flight. And I'm thinking, I'm already a local, I have ID and everything, why not have a, like a, I don't know, a subscriber or a list mode or something where you can list the locals that would like to take the plane and not have to do that whole extended warranty method to possibly get a refund back, so, but just like apply the discount right away. Because it's already a ton of money for me to spend. Plus the train is faster and more reliable, so I'd be less nervous about missing my plane. Or bar that, at least no, Cheryl, if you could, would you strangle the ghost? I've been wanting to strangle the ghost for a long time. Genetically, I am Métis Native American. I should be able to bang a drum a couple times, make that ancestor corporeal, and choke it to re-death. And for those who are going to jump in the comment, you're not a Cherokee, 1/16 Cherokee Princess Shiro. I am not Cherokee. And they didn't have princesses anyway. I am part Iroquois, part Huron. Obviously, there is some French blood in here, French from France. And they were elected in their leader places. So do yourself a favor and shut the hell up about my heritage and my lack of melanin. I don't know if you guys remember, but when I draw my pappy, my mammy, my Aunt Lisa, and my Aunt Moon, they're quite dark. There. I just got shafted for the melanin. I'd like to know where that started, that whole Cherokee princess thing. At what point did people start thinking that Native Americans had a monarchy going on? And why is it always Cherokees? Is it just because the name sounds like a Jeep? Nah, I said that on purpose. I'm gonna get flamed. For those who are curious, I am going to drop a name in the chat. You guys feel free to Google that up. That is my ancestor. Now, we were told for a long time he was my great-great-great-grandfather. But he could be my great-great-great great uncle. Great. Anyway, long story short, we're related. He's my ancestor. He looks guilty. As he should. That little son of a birch. You know I'm mad when a ghost realizes he fucked up. I love his artwork. Thank you, Paul. I love his artwork too. A lot of self-portraits. And like I remember on the art meme page on Instagram, that was like years ago, he actually showed up as painted by someone else. And the caption was, "Oh my god, I can't even." And I was like, yeah, that's him. That... Telariolin was very, oh my god, I can't even. He was very combative of change. Telariolin apparently stood for, well, the name Telariolin stood for non mélangé, unmixed. And he was known as the last Huron. The last pure blood Huron, because clearly I am not pure blood. I mean, I'm mixed up with Iroquois, so we have a really stubborn Huron mixed up with a really, really aggressive, stubborn race. And before somebody tells me, yeah, well, the Iroquois were actually very, very nice and gentle, and I don't doubt that. But they are known as a warrior race. And I am known for being extremely aggressive. I'm gonna get cancelled for mentioning the negative traits of my own race. Nice. But I think the better word would be a proud race. I know I am proud of being aggressive when I need to. Because sometimes when you look like me and you're shaped like me, you have to be aggressive, or honestly, that's exhausting, but the alternative is not better. What is the alternative? Getting taken advantage of. Case in point, that guy that thought that he could touch me whenever he felt like, just because I am shorter than him, found out the hard way that no, you don't get to touch me without my permission. And by hard way, I mean our skulls made contact. Just like that. Pow! I hit him right here with the back of my head right here. So that's, considering I'm 5'2" and he was way taller, that gives you an idea of what he was trying to do. Being nice is worth it. Being nice to shitty people is not. This is the same guy who twisted his thumbs because he was going for the goods, and you have no business near the goods. Bonus point for doing it during a meeting with an investor. Yes, good idea. Fantastic decision-making skills, buddy. And you know what sucks? I'm telling you this story. And there's probably some guys out there who are already planning how to avoid getting hurt when trying to touch somebody without their consent. Oh yeah, well, if it was me, I would have done this, so you wouldn't be able to do that. And I would be thinking like, and you think this is attractive? That guy had to learn the lesson more than once, apparently. Yeah, he was not good at well, he was not good at making decisions, so clearly he was not good at learning lessons. Apparently he values his fingers more than his head, because after the thumb twisting, he left me alone. It hurts. Well, don't put your hands where they don't belong. Actually, what I said was, I didn't feel anything. Like, if you're reading the comic where I defend myself, and your knee-jerk reaction is to explain your counter technique, you're explaining how you're going to defend yourself from me defending myself when I'm 5'2". I got these dinky little hands. And you're proud of your technique. Oh yeah, if it was me, I would do this, and you wouldn't be able to defend yourself. Way to miss the point, incel. And yeah, I'm mentioning it because of course it happened. Of course it happened. Of course somebody explained how they were going to defend themselves from me defending myself. As in, I want to touch your tits without your consent is a good argument in any circumstances. If you want to touch a tit so bad, they sell them on Amazon. No, really. No, I will not post an affiliate link. Reminder that despite the link not working on screen today, because it happens, and the current featured item to support me on Throne is an eraser holder, because I am struggling holding my erasers. I am not kidding. because usually I keep the little cardboard thingy around the eraser and keeps it more solid while I erase. And I've been keeping my erasers for so long that the glue on the little cardboard holder aged out and dried out. And the cardboard holder won't actually hold the eraser anymore, so yeah. I got a solid eraser holder in my throne list as the featured item. It's like $6. If it's that cheap, why don't you buy it yourself? Well, Throne recommends to put some cheap item in the wish list. So I got some cheap items in there. I got some books. I got some art supplies. I got some stuff just for fun. Just if you guys want to make me happy. Mamie n'a plus toute sa tête was funded, so I'm very looking forward to that. If anybody's interested in me writing a review, just say so. Somebody requested a review already, so if there's more demand, I might write one for you guys to check out. I will say I do not know if the book comes in English. It's a French book. And because I'm trilingual, I get to read it. Speaking of books, to those of you that supported the Barbarian Queen Charybdis Kickstarter and didn't check the updates, Lee is packing right now. He's not sealing the boxes quite yet, if only because I finally was able to get some ink, some magenta ink, to print in black and white the shipping label for the prints and the sketch cards. So that's on their way to him. So as soon as he gets them, which I think is going to be on the 10th, actually, because the mail in the US sucks my dick. He'll be packing everything and shipping everything the fuck zap. I'll be getting some comps, so Canadian fans, if you guys didn't get your hands on the Indiegogo campaign that was promising to ship to Canada, if you want some issues of the Barbarian Queen Charybdis in print, it is true me. Honestly, I'm very proud of this book. I put my everything in the art in this book. And I will put even more of my everything in the next book. Those of you who are new here, I don't only draw in this style. This is my relaxing style. And this is also the reason why I'm not monetized. on Tapas and Webtoon because I don't draw isekai villainous comics. And honestly, I am sick and tired of getting these types of comics in my recommended on Tapas. Because clearly that is not what I read. But it's always either isekai villainous or isekai I am the daughter of the villain. It's that or that. There is no in between. Like, when I signed up for Tapas to post my comic, I started reading one isekai. And of course, it was in one of those two categories, and it was I am the child of the villain category. And then I got bored. And I think it's still ongoing, but I'm not reading it. And now that's all it is in my Tapas inbox. Either isekai I'm the villainess or isekai I am the daughter of the villain. It's one or the other. And I am sick and tired of isekai villainous. Like, if it's recommended to me, at least follow what I'm reading. Bit more comedy, bit more slice of life. Now that I think about it, I think I follow exactly 0 horror series on Tapas. I got a couple on Webtoon, but a lot of them, like, ended. I think there's still Muzna that's still ongoing, but there's, like, weeks and months in between episodes. But not a single horror series on Tapas. But considering what I actually read, how much you want to bet? If I start adding horror series on Tapas, assuming there are some, my recommendeds will still be villainous isekai. Then what would you recommend? Oh, I love body horror. Supernatural body horror. Big fan of that. You know, like stuff found like in PTSD radio, stuff like that. Junji Ito, of course. It's just something about body horror I find, like, fascinating. Psychological horror, too. Slow burn horror. Like, there's always a place for a good hack and slash. But horror that makes you think and dread. Like, imagine, I think it's called The Boy, that horror movie where the girl had to babysit a doll and turns out the son was in the walls all this time. The movie is like, what, 10 years old? Ooh, spoilers. Now imagine the same thing, but the son was really dead. And there was not even ghosts. It's just, like, there's this girl babysitting this doll, and the house is just settling. Because, honestly, that's what Orville really is. It's stuff moving around. But, and then she just goes insane. Now that's my kind of a horror. And even if the sun is in the walls, like, why does he have to be this big hulking thing that can easily kill you? How about this really weak little thing that was chained up in the attic? and she hears those noises, and she doesn't know where they're coming from. But she still feeds the doll. And like somehow he gets out of his chains because he's so thin, and he goes and he can eat the food, but he's still awfully weak. And then eventually one day he dies and she doesn't know, and then there's a smell, and you know, really disturbing stuff. Shiro, you're weird. Yeah, but I like horror. But when horror is too easy, like if it's just for show and you don't make the audience work for it, I don't know. It's not as fun for me. But of course everybody have their own taste in horror. I'm not gonna start dictating what you guys should watch. Because I also want to watch, eventually, like not even Five Nights at Freddy's, I want to watch Willy's Wonderland. Just because Nicolas Cage beats up a bunch of animatronics and doesn't say a word the entire time. So it's not like I'm gonna say, ooh, my taste in horror is better than yours. It is different than yours. Therein lies the difference. It's entertainment. Entertainment is not better or worse. Beauty's in the eye of the beer holder and all that. That I think about it, it's been a long while since I've seen a short form horror, a short horror. Like, it's all mascot horror right now, not a lot of ARGs, VHS horror, but not little artistic horror movies. That will be something to look up. I've seen a surreal one lately. I don't remember the name right now, but I really liked it. I think it was called How They Put the Wings on the Angel? Let me check real quick. Ah, there we go. How wings are attached to the backs of angels. C'est l'Office national du film du Canada. I'm not going to post the link, but I am going to write the name in the chat for you guys to look it up later. If you guys are into surreal, semi-horror shorts. This one is 11 minutes, 6 seconds long. L'Office national du film du Canada, the National Film Board of Canada, who brought you such classics as the Log Rider's Waltz and The Cat Came Back. The cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back, it wouldn't stay away. Oh, the cat came back, it wouldn't stay dead at all. If I get a cease and desist from the National Film Board, I am going to scream. Let me exist, for the love of Christ. And yes, for people who are new here, in the unlikely event that they couldn't tell from my accent, I am French-Canadian, from Quebec to be exact. Am I from the same province as Nerdy Crafter? I am. Would be nice to meet her someday. I really like her. I'm less a fan of when she reviews toy than when she reviews art supplies, but I understand why she's doing it. Not just because it's more popular, but she's had health problems, which prevents her from doing as much craft as she used to. Personally, I find it sad, but as long as she's still making money on YouTube, good. I'd say this is going well. Nice and smooth. That's what we want. Of course, there's not a lot of regulars today. I know Coco is at a an event. Joel hasn't been on for a while. Well, I mean, it's Sunday. I know Sunday is not a popular day for streaming, but it is literally the only time I have. But that's okay. That's why we record these live streams on YouTube. So people who couldn't be there at least get to enjoy them a little bit. I've been looking at pricing for streaming to more platforms like Picarto and TikTok, and also the options, because Restream does offer access to Picarto, but I don't think Streamlabs Ultra does. The website hasn't been very clear on that. And like all in all, they both offer more channels to multi-stream for the same price. So it really just depends on the channel options that I have. But Streamlabs offers like streaming to both horizontal and vertical formats, and they let you select like, let's say I wanna stream to Instagram and YouTube at the same time. They will let me select Instagram and select it as vertical, and YouTube as horizontal. And Restream, as far as I know, does not do that either. Your comic looks awesome today. Thanks for a great show. It's very nice to listen to you while I'm working. Take care of yourself, show. Take care of yourself too, Paul. Or else. You see how pissed off I am at the final panel? If I find out you don't take good care of yourself, that's what's gonna happen. Just gonna grab the eye color of Tiff. And then we're going to... Interesting. Then we're going to put the speech bubbles around the text. Then we're going to put the background, then we'll be done for today. And I will be doing some stretching because I am terrible. Like, my back posture is not that bad because I got a whole ergonomic rig in the back. It's my leg posture because I cannot stand having my feet flat on the ground. And I even have a little step stool made especially so ergonomic step stool under my desk so you can like lay your feet there and it's better for them and they keep your legs at the right angle. And I can't stand it, especially when I take notice that my feet are touching the ground flat. I have to keep my legs all crooked and my feet all tilted, and then it hurts and it's my own fault. So yeah, I'm going to be walking around doing a little stretching, picking up some shit. Because I was mad at my printer for not wanting to print in black and white. Whoops. For not wanting to print in black and white. Not only did I order a pack of ink, I had also ordered a thermal printer. So what did I print with it to test it? This is a screenshot of my Jehovah's Witness. I am not a Jehovah's Witness, I just happen to have their illustrated Bible from like 1991. Because I took a screenshot of the Cain and Abel story because my friend Edge was telling me that somebody had written like we don't know how Cain got married and stuff like that, but it says in the Jehovah's Witness Bible right here, lorsque Cain partit pour aller vivre dans une autre région de la terre, il emmena avec lui une de ses sœurs qui devint sa femme. So I happen to have that as text on my phone, and that's what I use to test the thermal printer. What did Shiro just said? When Cain went to live somewhere else on Earth, he took one of his sisters as his wife. And before anybody goes, ooh, did he really have a choice? If Adam and Eve were the first people, according to any Christian-based religion, where was Cain supposed to get a wife? And then a scholar goes ahead and says, well, I don't know where he got his wife then. I ain't gotta be honest, dude. The first musical instrument was a banjo. When they say scholars, religious scholars pick and choose the passages they want. There you go. And if anybody is religiously offended, I don't care. I'm not gonna touch that subject with a 60-foot pole, Shiro. Nobody wants to. I should delete that screenshot. I had proved my point a long time ago. I just got lazy. But it was useful to test the thermal printer. No offense, if I start on these subjects, I can be a real jerk about it, so I won't. Sure, live stream's almost done anyway. We are not gonna start a religious flame war. Ow. Okay, we really aren't, because suddenly I got a light headache on the side of my head. Apparently, Orville is very religious. Ah, here's what I was looking for. Oh, I'm not. You're good. No, I'm not worried anyway. Doje, hi! We're at the end of the stream, sadly enough. I'm in a much better mood than I look in the final panel of this comic. The only flame war I want to start is when I play Warhammer. Well, there you go. We gotta pick a fight. Might as well pick a fight on the type of art supplies you like. Okay, let's pick a fight right now. I hate Photoshop. Go nuts. It's past Sunday right now and I'm freaking oh no. I'm late to the party, crap basket. Well, the live stream is recorded on YouTube, so if you want to listen to an hour and a half of go right ahead. But right now, we're having a fight while I'm finishing the comic. I hate Photoshop. Discuss. I will die on that hill. I personally hate Photoshop with every fiber of my being. Photoshop friggin' sucks. Yeah! put some white around the sound effects, so they pop out a little more. Yes, let's go. I had to take a class on it, and I learned more for Clip Studio Paint than I did for the actual program, like about file size and resolutions and whatnot. You want to hear someone, yeah, but Shiro, if you shit on Photoshop, what if they want to, what if they want to hire you for something? Well, I'm going to say no, clearly. I hate Photoshop! But if they want to sponsor you, I'm gonna say no. I'm still gonna say no. I don't care. Like, there's a lot of things that I will let slide. But Photoshop is way past my absolute limit. I have Photoshop Elements 3 in my closet. I have a what if question for you. Oh yeah, sure. While we're still here. And it would always crash. I never got it to work. And then with everything that Photoshop has done against artists, like Photoshop loves AI image generation. Photoshop's first forays in subscription was ridiculously expensive. Photoshop itself was ridiculously expensive when it was a one-time purchase, but it was a one-time purchase. And then during the whole AI thing, they literally, whether you wanted to or not, whether you approved of it or not, they take your art to feed their AI machine. If you were given a pencil that could bring anything you draw to life with no consequences, would you use it? It's always morally correct to pirate Adobe products. Yeah, I'm not even gonna cover that. Like, I am not editing that out. It is always morally correct to pirate Adobe products. I agree. Don't even get me started on Adobe. If you are given a pencil that could bring anything you draw to life with no consequences, would you use it? You know what? I would. But not in every situation. Because honestly, look, I got ADHD. I know I draw really pretty food. That would be really useful for the days where I really don't feel like cooking. Only to save myself some time. Shiro, that's a boring answer. Yeah, well, I have simple needs, simple tastes. I am a simple person, really. And with that, I finished a comic. So you know what that means. It is time. Shiro Speed Draw Silvento. Shut up, Paul! Shut your face, Paul! Shut your entire face, Paul! But that being said, if it's a pencil, then theoretically it'll run out eventually, right? Yeah, true. Now, would I have the ability to draw another pencil that could do that? And with that, we are going to give extra special... Let's start that again, shall we? We are going to give extra special caramel drizzled, rainbow sprinkled chocolate curls. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, Divine Art, everywhere I can think of. Amber B, Paul K, Who Should Shut Up, Miss Enovis, Sir E. Othered, Carl Bloke, Takashi Kanako, Bad at Multiplayers, and Supreme Crimson Leader. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Let me take a quick look at my calendar. That's what I thought. Next weekend, there's going to be a live stream the entire weekend. Therefore, the Colors of the Month Challenge. Saturday, September 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So, of course, keep an eye out on my Instagram stories on Friday so you can drop in some requests. And then we will see if the Wheel of Morality will pick you. Golda was here for this. Thanks for the stream, Shiro. Thanks for coming, Bad. And of course, the usual Bootleg Cookie live stream on the Sunday, September 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it and telling Paul to shut up. See you guys next weekend. The entire weekend. I love you all. And bye-bye.